about your dad's team?
I think it will probably mean a lot for me and my family. I've been in the Pittsburgh area for a little bit now, so staying at home will mean a lot.
What do you remember about all those workouts on the practice field with your dad?
Definitely remember a lot. That was a core memory of mine, just growing up and being able to have that experience with him and Dino Tomlin was a lot.
Joey, have you met with the Patriots and all, and how do you think your dad would feel if you got drafted by New England?
Yeah, I've met with them. Pretty great organization. I don't think he'll be too mad at the situation. He'll just be happy I got picked up with a team that want me. Yeah.
Joey, your skills speak for themselves on the field. What football character would you bring to a team?
You're just going to get a competitor that likes to compete at anything he do. I kind of get down like my dad on the field and like my mom off the field, so I'll say that's a good mix.
Joey, have you met with the Giants?
What'd you say?
Have you met with the Giants?
No, not yet. Yeah.
Was there any Steelers that took you under their wing, any players that took you under their wing and showed you things?
No, not really. I just came in to be a sponge with every guy that was in the facility. They didn't really have too much time to talk to me or tell me too much information, but yeah, it was a great experience.
Have you met with the Bucs at all during this process, informally or formally?
No, not yet.
Have you been able to speak to the Eagles, and how would you feel about playing out in Philly?
Can you say that again?
Have you been able to speak to the Eagles, and how would you feel about playing in Philly?
No, I haven't spoken with the Eagles yet, but I feel like Philly's a great city, so I'll definitely love to play there.
Were there any particular fond memories when you were out on the practice field with Dino and during all that time? Any particular stood out?
I remember as a young kid, I did one-on-ones with AB, so that was a nice treat. I know he wasn't going 100%, but just to be able to line up against him was something special.
Joey, have you spoken with the Cowboys, and what would it mean to play with Michael Parsons?
Yeah, I spoke with the Cowboys. That would mean a lot, especially with playing with Micah. Didn't get the chance to play with him at Penn State because he opted out COVID year. So just to be able to line up with him would be great.
Joey, how do you describe your game?
I'll say I'm a physical press corner that's going to get in your face and do my job and do it well.
How much does your wingspan help you?
A lot. I'll say pretty much. I don't got it measured, but it's pretty long.
How about Washington?
Yeah, I met Washington.
Did you have a formal interview with them?
Yes, I did.
And what was it like?
It was great. Those are great people over there. Great organization. They got some of the Penn State guys, Jahan Dawson, Shaka Toney, and Tariq Castlefield. So I talked to them a lot.
What are some of the cool things you did?
Just to be myself, no matter what. There's people always gonna make comparisons. So I have my name. He has his name for a reason, and just do what I love to do, and that's play football.
Joey, of all the things that
That's a hard one, because if you want to say overall, I'll say Jahan Dotson, but that's practice. But if not that, then I'll say Garrett Wilson.
Joey, of all the things that you can do on the football field, how important is it for you to be able to also take the ball away as well?
That's very important. That's what we do as a corner, is to make turnovers. But if you can't do that, then you better hold that guy to at least under 100.
Joey, how about the mock drafts have you going to Baltimore? I'm guessing that's a team that you probably grew up not liking so much. What would that be like if you ended up landing in Baltimore?
I really never had no ill will to Baltimore. That was probably more my dad, and since his whole rivalry with them, I just love the game of football. So if I end up there, that would be a blessing.
Joey, you said you're like your mom off the field. What kind of characteristics do you have from her, and how much pride do you see her taking in that you want to be your dad on the field, her off?
She's more laid back, poised. She likes to smile a lot more. And just that whole attitude and character about her, I feel like I do that well, and
Joey,
that to me.
Joey, talk a little bit about your relationship with Mike Tomlin back when your dad was coaching the team, and then any relationship that you might have had about going through Penn State.
Me and Coach T was pretty cool. I was really close friends with his sons, Mason Tomlin and Dino Tomlin. We played boys and girls club basketball at a young age when I moved to Pittsburgh, and we just had that bond. So yeah.
Your dad spent a little time as a coach with the Cardinals. Has he told you anything about that organization, and have you met with them?
Yeah, I met with the Cardinals. He told me it was a great organization. I just remember going there when I was young, and the pools were like hot tubs. So that's what I fell in love with down there. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
How did you seem to really go after your first game, and then nobody went after you? What was that?
I feel like it was more of a respect thing, so I didn't take it too personal. I feel like they respected my game, and one thing I just couldn't do was get complacent and just fall off my craft. So yeah, it was pretty good. Can you say that again? I just say the recruiting process. Coach T really hones in on taking care of the PA guys and getting them here. and we just all got that dog in us. And I'm proud of everybody that came through and opened the gates for me and the fellow guys that's here. It's very important to me. I feel like I'm CB1 for a reason. I feel like I'm the best corner here, so I'm just here to really show my talents and prove why.
Joey, James Franklin said that they could tailor their defense knowing because of your ability on the back end.
Yeah.
Do you intend to have that kind of impact early on as a pro?
Definitely. I know it's going to take time and hard work to get the trust, like I got the trust with Coach Franklin, but that's what I'm here to do, and I'm willing to do that and sacrifice anything I got to do to get that approval.
Joey, what is Sauce Gardner?
Go ahead. Definitely took some time coming in as a young freshman, not knowing everything, thinking I know everything. It took a couple of years, but it was great years that I needed. I wanted to leave last year, but it was hard. I had a hard conversation with my parents, and they told me I wasn't ready. And I took that and listened to them because my dad's been there before. So I would say just honing in on my skills, getting more in depth with the playbook, and really watching film.
What's the biggest?
Definitely, just to prove them and prove everybody else that I was ready.
When you say ready, what do you mean by that? Is that on the field, off the field, mixture of both? Like what specifically are you talking about?
Just both, just to show that I could carry myself on and off the field, that I matured and grown up from the previous years.
Joey,
how did you come back so quickly from the appendicitis, and why was it important to you to do so?
It was really just that grit I have in me, that competitive fire that I have in me. I didn't want to just leave my guys out there. I know they needed me, so I did everything I could just to go back out there and try my best.
Joey,
I'll say my family really motivated me. Just really a legacy standpoint for me. My dad's been there before. He's done it. I want to do the same thing and just be better. That's the main thing he always told me. He wants me to be better than him. So that's what I'm gonna strive to do, and that's why I'm here.
Joey, have you ever met Bill Belichick, and what would it mean to play for him?
No, I never met him. He seemed like a cool guy, kind of a cold shoulder, but that's awesome. I love that.
Joey, what did
my game speed. I feel like people don't think I'm that fast, so that's why I'm here to show people that I can really fly.
Joey, what did Sauce Gardner's success as a rookie, winning Rookie of the Year, he was actually the #1 ranked corner in the NFL, do or change for what rookie quarterbacks can come in and expect to have that kind of impact?
I feel like it was a great impact. Now a lot of organizations like a long, lengthy corner that could run, and I feel like I fit that bill, and I could be physical too.
Joey, are you excited next year to watch Kalen King and the rest of those guys at Penn State as a fan now going back?
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for all those guys. Kalen King's going to be a great player next year. He got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm excited to see him play.
Joey, what are you doing to get your hands on more football?
Really just honing in on my skills, repetition every day, jug machines, stuff like that, just to keep it going. High tracking the ball when I have free chances.
What would you say is the biggest difference in your game now compared to when you were considering coming out a year earlier?
Last year I was a little bit more handsy. That was the main reason. I had like 10 or 12 penalties, and this year I took that down to 3 or 2. So I feel like that was a big jump and change into my coverage. That's really just trusting myself and my abilities.
Going off of that, what would you say transitioning to the NFL are a couple things that you're looking back on this film in 2022 and talking to teams that you're really trying to hone in to make sure that you're ready to day one to start in the NFL?
Just make more plays on the ball. I feel like I left some money out there on the field this year, and definitely going to work on that so I can make more plays.
Joey, since everybody asked about your dad's former teams, what did he tell you about the Dolphins and his time with them?
He said I lived down in Miami when he was playing with the Dolphins. It was a great experience. Loved the weather down there. He said it was a great organization.
Can't imagine that you've met with them, right? Considering
no, not yet. Yeah, no, not yet.
Joey, is the one interception in 3 years a big deal?
For some guys, I would think so, but not for me. I know what I bring to the table, and I know what I could do, so I'm not too worried about that.
Have you had a chance?
Of course.
Joey, have you had a chance to meet with the Giants, and how do you think your personality would play in New York?
No, not yet. No, I haven't met with them.
Who's one player of the past outside your dad that you look up to?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'll say, well, for corner ride, there's a couple. Richard Sherman, Patrick Peterson. Those two guys was really the main two OGs that I really looked up to. But Jalen Ramsey was another big part of why I really changed the corner. He made me rock the double sleeves, just stuff like that. He was a great player coming out of college and still a great player now. Yeah, people say our game is similar. I could see that a little bit. So just to see him be able to do what he did with the impacts as a rookie, I feel like I could do the same, and really excited to go out there and just show my talents.
Is there anyone you would say your game is similar to that maybe you grew up watching or modeling after?
Jalen Ramsey, that's definitely him. Love how he played, love his physicality and stuff like that, so definitely him.
Was it yelling when your parents said you're not ready, or was that something like you just trust them enough to hear that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, it definitely hurt. Yeah, it definitely hurt. Definitely didn't want to hear that from your parents, but I knew it was from good intentions, and they were right, because if I didn't, I don't think I'd be in this position right now talking to you guys.
Joey, going back to one interception in 3 years, is that just a lot to do with quarterbacks throwing your way?
Yeah, definitely had to do with some of it. I definitely didn't get a target a lot, especially towards the back end of the season, but I knew what it was. I knew that it was a respect thing, so I just had to keep my composure and just keep playing great football.
Time for just a few more. Go ahead.
Do you remember the 3-0 Buck Bowl when your dad was with Miami and came back to Pittsburgh?
No, I don't remember that.
Joey, how did Coach Franklin and Penn State prepare you for this moment?
I feel like they told me everything. I know I came in as a young guy, not really knowing a lot, and he just took me under his wing, him and Coach Terry, and just showed me the ropes. And I feel like without their help and their counsel, I wouldn't be here right now. So shout out to them.
One last question. Anybody?
Say that again?
Have you met with the Packers?
Yeah, I met with the Packers. Great organization.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.